is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Be here as a team. Excited to be here in London. I think it's a special thing for our team and our organization. So we're really excited to be here. So thank you for having us. Yeah, so Devontae and Xavier, both still dealing with injuries, and we're hopeful that they can do a little bit of something today. Tua, he's expect him to practice. Jacoby, expect him to practice. Shaheen, they expect him to do a little bit more today. Anybody else you got, Dave? You're thinking of? Okay.
Travel to London, how's it affected the usual sort of setup for a game?
Well, obviously the time change is the first thing that comes to mind. We tried to encourage the players to sleep on the flight. We left at 8 o'clock last night, which is 1 a.m. here. Encouraged guys to sleep here. Got in at about 9:30 this morning. But obviously there is some adjusting. I said for myself, there's a little bit of an adjustment. Just from a time standpoint, I normally text my wife at a certain time, and now we're a little bit off right now, and I won't get to talk to my kids till a little bit later. So, but yeah, definitely adjustment. I think we just got to get our body clocks adjusted to London time. I think I think we're doing everything we can. It's about hydration. It's about trying to stay up today and get a good night's rest. Obviously tomorrow will be a big day from that standpoint as well, but definitely excited to be here.
Brian, have you made a decision on whether to or start?
No, I mean, I let those guys know, assuming everything is goes well in practice today. Tua's going to start the game. Everybody goes on their phones immediately. Yeah, go ahead, guys, take your time. Yeah.
Managing expectations, I've heard a lot of previous players, good players, when they travel to London, so they've loved it, certain players have hated it. Imagine this year with COVID and staying in bubble and different things. How would you manage that as a coach? Because obviously certain players must be over the moon and certain players must just be kind of a bit deflated that they don't get to really experience something other than just the game.
I think most of our guys are excited to be here. I think, after a year ago when no one could go anywhere and there was no fans anywhere, I think we're all, just feel very fortunate to have an opportunity to come out here, play a football game, play in front of, great fans. I think, we're a little bit, further away from London, the city, than I've been in the past. But, this is we're in a beautiful spot here. And, yeah, I mean, we're excited to be here. And, I think I don't want to be I try to tell them, hey, we're here for a reason, though. We're here to play a good Jacksonville team. And while it is beautiful and it's great to travel and be in a different country and, hear different accents, that's cool and fun. But we're here for a reason, and that's me in a meeting trying to bring them back and just say, hey, here are the things we need to do offensively, defensively, in the kicking game. Here are the things we need to do as a team. So I just try to kind of pull them in that direction and make sure they're ready to go for the game. But it's definitely exciting to be here. I think our guys are. I think we all feel very fortunate to have an opportunity to come to London and play a football game.
After a tough start, does it change your scenery, something different? Is that something you think can get the players going and yourself going again?
I think this is a motivated group, so this is a group that works hard. They prepare, they compete. So just looking forward to another opportunity to compete. I think that's kind of that's where they're at and where we're at as a team.
Having seen Liam come in at left tackle for Jacoby in the last game, with Tua starting now, is the plan to flip him to the right side and cover the blind side, or do you see him staying on the left-hand side?
No, we'll stay with the same unit that started last week. So Liam's done a nice job. He's played on the left. He's played on the right. He's played guard. As a rookie, he's done some nice things. But we're going to keep him in one spot and keep the line and the same line we had last week.
Have you been to London before? Is there any advice you've got to handle the crowd? Because obviously it's a different, it's more of a celebration.
Yeah.
Both teams been over finally after a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any ways that is there any tips you've given your players or advice you've got for this particular game?
Yeah, I have been to London. Played 2 games here at Wembley. This will be my first time at is it Tottenham Stadium. Yeah, I don't want to get that wrong. Which obviously I did, but so my experience in these games, just from a crowd standpoint, is like you said, it's a celebration. So they're really cheering the whole way through. So crowd noise will be a part of this, really the entire game. And but again, like I said earlier, I mean, last year we played with no fans. So and I was in at our home stadium. We had some fans at our stadiums, but we went to a lot of stadiums on the road where there was no one there. So I think we're when you keep that in mind, you keep that perspective, and then to be in London and be with new fans, different fans, and to bring our game to over here, I think that's something that's very special, and I think it's very meaningful to me. And having coached in this game before, there's always a great atmosphere, and always just an incredible atmosphere, I should say. I would say.
Well, regarding
Joe?
Tua, what would be your message to him, assuming he can return to you, relative to how you would like to see him approach what he needs to do?
I think my message is always the same to him. Clean operation, in and out of the huddle. Be clear with his with the play call, and then go through his progression one play at a time. So, and he has a specific progression that he goes through, and then take the plays that are there. If there's an opportunity for a big play, try to make it. Don't try to force anything, and it's not a one-man game. It's we got 53 guys on the team. We're there to support and help him, and he's there to support and help the rest of his teammates. So that's really always the message. That's the message to the entire team. Obviously he's a competitive guy, wants to do everything he can to help us have success. So, but yeah, my message to him is, take it one play at a time, go through your progression one play at a time, and try to execute.
Did you pick up where he, left off, or is there something else coming in?
He's looked pretty good. I think the one thing we can't simulate is contact or in-game contact, but really everything else has been. You said pick up where he left off. Yeah, I guess if you want to say that, you could. So yeah, he's done a nice job this week.
I'd like to ask you, Coach, about the rookies, Jalen, Javon, and Liam.
Yeah.
How would you gauge their progress to date so far this season, and are they meeting your expectations, or do you think there's more to come?
I think they're all getting better. I think they all have the right attributes, the right motivation, the right balance to have success in this league. I think they just need to continue to work, to continue to improve, to continue to get game experience. But Waddle's done a nice job. Not perfect, but I think his routine, the way he goes about You know, things on a daily basis, the way he's a sponge about, you know, how people are playing him, coverages. Jalen Phillips, I think he's really kind of improved the last couple of weeks. I think things are slowing down for him. Same thing with Javon Holland. I think, you know, for rookies, it's about playing. You know, the speed of the game in the National Football Leagues, you know, much faster than college. So just learning and getting used to that is a little bit of a process. But, you know, these guys are picking it up pretty quickly. Same thing with Eichenberg. So I've been impressed with the group. I think they're doing a lot of good things, and I think we just need to continue to build on that.
Laura, I wanted to ask you a question about Danny Crossman as special teams coach and assistant head coach.
Yeah.
What has stood out to you about Danny?
Danny's, I mean, there's a lot of things that stand out. His leadership, his communication. He's a great teacher. I mean, that's, you step into his room, you're going to learn something. You know, I think he's, you know, very creative, and, you know, for me, he's, you know, someone who's a little bit of, not a little bit, who's a sounding board, and someone that, you know, I talk to about, you know, in-game, you know, game management. He's, you know, obviously he plays a big role in that as well. But game management, you know, pulse of the team, you know, things like things of that nature. So his role as assistant head coach is exactly that. You know, he's you know, he's let's call it my right hand man from a coaching standpoint, and I'm very appreciative of him. Fortunate to have him on our staff.
Coach, Miles Gaskin had a great day receiving on Sunday.
Yeah.
And his pass blocking was better as well. Is he turning into someone you can trust in the field a lot more with the running back group?
Yeah, well, we definitely trust Miles. He's running the football, catching the football, in protection. He's one of our hardest working players on our team. And that hard work, it manifests itself on the field. So, yeah, a lot of respect for Miles, and yeah, hopefully he plays well again on Sunday.
What's your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence? Watching him on tape, weeks here, what's he how's his
He's showing steady improvement every week. Every week. Better feel for the game, better feel for what teams are trying to do to him defensively. He's talented, big arm, athletic, smart, and yeah, he's getting better every week. So he's a good quarterback. He'll be a good quarterback for sure.
Coach, I saw a couple of American media outlets that have kind of tried to paint the narrative that Tua coming back is what's going to save the Miami Dolphins. Do you think that's fair? Because, I mean, the guy's 22, 23 years of age, and that's a lot of pressure to put on him.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have Tua back. There's no doubt about that. But if, you know, it's 53 guys on the team. You know, like I mentioned earlier, and, you know, 48 will play on game day. So it's never one person that's the reason. We have to play together as a team. You know, so it's 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense, 11 guys on special teams. It's never one person. You know, he can throw a great ball if the guy doesn't catch it. You know, it's not a completion. If the guys up front don't block, he'll never get the ball off. I mean, there's so much that goes into a play that it just can't be one person. So, and I know that happens at the quarterback position, and you know, I understand that player touches the ball on every snap. But you know, if we don't block, we don't catch the ball, we don't protect the ball. You know, somebody fumbles, it drives over, and he's off the field. You know, we don't play good defense, then it doesn't matter how many points you score. I mean, it's a team game. It's a true team game. And that's what I love about it. I think that's what our players love about it. That's what the fans here love about the game. It's a team game. Obviously, there's great individual players. But even you know, I tell our players, the great individual players wouldn't be great individual players without their teammates. You know, you literally can't throw the ball if somebody doesn't block for you or catch the ball for you. So and that's what makes it a great game.
Robinson has come alive over the last couple of weeks and become a beast. Do you have a special plan to stop him?
It's going to take some good team football. He's a very good back. Very, very good back. Runs hard, good vision. Can break some long runs. He's a good back. So we're going to have to do a good job setting the edge. You're going to have to do a good job defeating blocks. We're going to have to do a good job. You can do all those things, and then you got to tackle them too. And I think you see that. Teams do some good things up front, and then, he breaks one tackle, and what should be a 2-yard run is a 22-yard run. He's done a good job with that. He's a good back. There's no doubt about that. I think you're spot on there. So we've got our hands full with him and their entire offense. So we're going to have to play good defense.
Two final questions, guys.
Coach, is there anything you want to get from this trip that you think you can get from the players and the staff that you wouldn't get from the trip over to the other side of the state? What's special away from the actual game?
Yeah. I think anytime you can get together as a team for a couple days, where it's just the team, I think there's some benefits to that. There's more dinners, more lunches, more sit downs, more conversation, more relationships that are built. So that's a part of the game that's, to me, is very important. And when you're trying to build a team and put a team together, the team is about people, and about relationships and about trust, and any opportunity you can get to build that, I think is you got to try to take full advantage of it. So, to answer your question, I think that, because when we go to, wherever, somewhere in the States, normally guys know somebody somewhere, and they go to lunch or dinner with, an agent or a friend or their family in their hometown, and it's different than here. Not saying that nobody knows anyone from London. I'm sure. I personally don't, but in the States, it's probably more likely that they would know somebody. But here, it's just us, and hopefully we some of those bonds, those relationships, get a little bit stronger.
Last question.
How does someone like this, someone as important as a starting quarterback, coming back to the team, affect the mood on defense?
Look, I think our players, they're going to support each other. I think defensively, you never like to see anybody out. So when a guy comes back, there is a little bit of a boost, a little bit of juice. And I would say that's just in support of that player, whoever it might be. Whether the guy's back from COVID, whether the guy's back from an injury. So I think our guys are going to be excited that Tua's back. But I think they're probably more worried about Robinson and Trevor.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.